How can you know God's will for your life?
Well, thank you for a question for which I still struggle with on a daily basis. I think in my own personal life, coming to know God's will has been a process and not just a moment in time. But I think the life of faith is one of those that's lived out day by day in circumstances you're presented with. So, as a Calvinist, as a person of Reformed faith, I believe strongly in the sovereignty of God and the providence of God. But, the sovereignty of God gives me comfort in the moment, knowing that God is here in the moment, leading, guiding, directing. Providence gives me hope for the future in the terms of I look back and I see how all the things that have happened are connected to bring me to this moment in time. And to realize when you bring sovereignty and providence together, that means that the same God who's walked with me to this point is walking with me into the future. So one of my favorite proverbs is Proverbs 16:9. A man may plan his way, but God guides the steps. And I've laid out a lot of plans in my life and have practically not fulfilled any of them, at least not the way that I imagined they would be. Davis, it goes back to, for me, it goes back to the ordinary means of grace, to be in the Word daily, to be in prayer daily, and to worship the Lord daily. And as I do those things, it becomes one of those situations where I have often wished in life I could just hear God verbally say, do this. Gladly, I'll do that. But God, I think, asks us to discern His will in these moments in order that our faith will grow. How do we know our faith is real unless it is tested, unless we are forced to walk in the ways of faith, unless we are forced to walk through the valley of the shadow of death? So as I look at my own life and my own plans and my own thoughts, my own desires and what I want to see happen, I return to, over the past few months even, this quote from John the Baptist just keeps coming up over and over in my heart and my soul, which is, He must increase, I must decrease. And so maybe it's not so important for me to know what God's will is for me 10 years from now, 15. I may not even be here 10 years from